In this video we're going to look at density for OCR foundation tier. This is one of the practicals that is mentioned on the advanced information. So this is a typical density question. A student wants to calculate the density of two objects shown in the figure below. Describe the methods that the student should use to calculate densities of the two objects. So there's a big difference between these two objects. This is what we would say is a regular object. It has identical sides. We could easily measure these, work out the volume. This is an irregular object with a shape that is not regular. We can't measure the sides easily. So what are the two methods? Well, firstly, for the cube, I would always start by saying density is mass over volume. You can calculate this from the formula sheet, or sorry, you can copy this from the formula sheet. We always measure mass using a mass balance. That is always true. In this case, it's a regular object. The volume is the length times the width times the length. So we can use a ruler to measure the length, width and height. And that is enough to be able to measure the density. Okay, obviously this technically goes at the end, but there's nothing wrong with doing it in this order. What about the irregular object? Well, density is obviously mass divided by volume. I would write this down. Measure mass using a mass balance, exactly the same, but the volume is where it starts to be different. So for the volume, what we need to do is we need to get a beaker of water, we need to fill it up, we need to put the object into the water, and then any water that spills out, we can catch in a measuring cylinder. So fill a beaker to the top with water, submerge the object, catch any spilt water with a measuring cylinder. Volume in centimeters cubed is the same as milliliters because 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliter. When it's combined with this, that is enough to measure the density. So learn this off by heart. There's a very good chance this will come up. Let's look at one further question that they might follow on with. The metal in the cube has a mass of 0.054 kilograms. The cube has a volume of 0.141 meters cubed. Calculate the density of the cube. So density, like we said, is mass divided by volume. If you want the symbol for density, it's this curly P. I would just write out density. So we need to show all our working. So the mass is 0.054 kilograms divided by 0.141. Put that in our calculator. We get a very long number here. We're just going to round this to one decimal place. And the unit, well, it's mass divided by volume, so we need to look. This is not mass, this is mass, that's divided by volume. So kilograms per meter cubed.